this idiot said, I want to be a dictator. Then he goes, oh, only on the first day. And Sean Hannity laughed about it, and the Fox News, and everybody, oh, he's just joking. He's just joking. He's just joking. He's not serious. But when you look at these actions, when you look at this attitude where you can do whatever you want to, cut whatever you want, fire anybody you want, no accountability whatsoever, it's just absolutely insane. Zachary, I think you're on mute.
It is insane. And not only is it insane, this man is being enabled by the only levers of constitutional power that can reel him in. We have a Congress that is refusing to act, and we have a Supreme Court that has that's refusing to act, and that's allowing him to run amok and drive our country into the ground. He is taking power, usurping powers that have never been granted and given to a president. This is the United States. This is a country of no kings. Yet we have someone trying to be that. We are in a constitutional crisis, as House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has said over and over and over. And I just want to say to Congressman Green, I'm so thankful that you brought him here, that he was able to address the American people, because the members of our CBC have gone above and beyond in regards to their work in sounding the alarm and being on the front lines. Where are the rest of the members of Congress? We have an entire party, the Republicans, who are enabling this and making sure that his authoritarian dictatorship takes place. We need to see some conscience in the Congress that goes beyond our CBC. These people we elected these people to do a job, and now it's time for them to do it. Our country and our democracy depends on it.
Yeah, but they're not going to listen. They're not going to do it because this is about power. I keep telling everybody this. This is about power. It's control. Morgan, that's what it boils down to. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's pretty clear that for a lot of Republicans in Congress, all of this is pretty baked in. All of this being, Trump, a lot of his moves in trying to consolidate power in the executive branch. I mean, I'll give a real specific example. We saw that Trump went ahead and fired 2 of the Democratic federal trade commissioners, and that's a bipartisan independent commission. It wasn't just the FTC. He tried to do it at the National Labor Relations Board as well. He's trying to do it everywhere because there's consolidating power, like you're saying, Roland. And we didn't hear a peep from any Republican member of Congress. And what's even more, hilarious if you want to call it that, but it's all disturbing, so not really that funny at all. But the Republican chair of the Federal Trade Commission, just a day before, had given a whole talk in public in Washington, D.C. about how important it is for the American democracy to have bipartisan commissions and registered dissent from a person of a different party if they don't agree with where the majority is going. And then the next day, Trump goes ahead and fires those commissioners. And what does this guy say, the chair of the commission? Cool, rubber stamp. We just proceed with our work. Well done, President. So, I think if you are a Republican member of Congress at this point, if you are a Republican appointee in a position in government, you are not at all likely to be somebody that is about to say anything that's happening out of the White House is problematic. In fact, quite the opposite. I think if you want to both keep your appointment and also get reelected to Congress, I think the game that's being played here is you got to just fall in line and pretty much co-sign on anything that's happening.
John, I'm very clear. I have zero respect for any of these people. I cannot respect them. I can't listen to anything that comes out of their mouths. They talk about the rule of law, and it doesn't matter. They just say whatever. Their gross mistreatment of people, it is evident in how they act and how they move and how they respond. And I don't give a damn about any of them because they are despicable individuals who ignore the law to stand with this thug, Donald Trump. And that's what he is. He is a thug.
So I think it's important to understand how we got here. And how we got to this place is misinformation one. Misinformation one in 2024 for those who were on the fence, maybe not hardcore MAGAs who decided to vote for Trump, for those who decided not to vote and weren't engaged and thought it didn't matter. We had a choice. We could have avoided this. And so a lot of folks are wondering how we go forward. And I want to bring up an example of Roland Martin doing the right thing. I saw Roland Martin on the Patrick Bet-David show, sitting down with right-wingers, holding his own, being attacked, and holding his ground. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stand up even when it's tough, not be chummy like Gavin Newsom was with Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk. He did not put out misinformation. We must never miss a chance to dispel the misinformation that got us to this place. A poll recently came out that said 1 in 4 Trump voters is feeling a little bit of regret. And those are probably the more independent people who fell into the misinformation that this guy was actually worth a damn. And so it is very important that you get more folks angry, more folks speaking out. The whole nation should be in protest mode, because the only thing that's going to get us out of this situation is the people rising up, being engaged, and the majority of the people of the United States standing up and not tolerating this by their voice and by their.
Let me be real clear. I'm going to kick their asses at every opportunity I can get. I'm not scared of any of them, not backing down.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.